Hi y'all, this is Regina. Welcome back to Regina's Crafting and More on YouTube, Carry On the Stitching on Facebook and Etsy. I had a question from a customer that was having a hard time unzipping a file, and so I'm going to make a video showing how to unzip, what I use, how I do it, and how to organize your files. So first off, go to PeaZip.com. It'll take you here. You're going to go to click on this PeaZip All Platforms, and the only thing I can help you with is for Windows. I don't have a Mac, I don't use Linux, and this is just more sources. So we're going to click here, PeaZip for Windows, and you're going to download the PeaZip. Click on it and it'll come up, and I'm going to put it in my downloads folders. I'm going to click downloads or document, or you could put it on your desktop, but it's better to put it in downloads, and click save. Alright, so if you look up here, see how that's blue, and you can click, you can see that it's downloading right here. It's open, well, is it downloading? I've downloaded it so many times and had to start my things open, so it's downloading, I guess. May have already gone. Let me go over to my file manager. I open file manager, which is this yellow folder. File Explorer is another name for it. Okay, and I'm going to go to downloads, and it's already zipped. Now yours may say, if you haven't downloaded it, it may say unconfirmed file, blah, 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 blah. If it does, you're going to go back over to PeaZip. You're going to click on this down arrow, and it'll have a message up here. And you're going to click, it'll have a little arrow by it, and you would click the little arrow, and it's going to pop up another little window underneath it, and you're going to click download unverified file. That's if this in your downloads folder says unconfirmed. Okay, so once you've got PeaZip, you're going to double click it and let it install on your computer. Once that's installed, then you can go and download your files. And when you download your files, let me go to Embroidery Designs. Okay, so I've been collecting designs for a really long time. So let's say, let me look. Let's say I've downloaded a file and it's on, we're going to pretend this is your hard drive. I have multiple hard drives, so, and let's say, Embroidery Designs is where you downloaded it to, generic embroidery designs, and you don't have a folder for Carry On the Stitching. So you want to, in order to keep your designs organized, know where they come from, you always want to create a folder for whoever you're downloading from, whether it's Designs by Juju, Embroidery Library, Carry On the Stitching, which there's not a folder in here called Carry On the Stitching, and I did that for a reason. So you would want to make a folder for Carry On the Stitching, or whatever designer you're downloading from. So you can highlight the drive or the folder, drive and folder. Here's the drive. This is a drive. This is my folder, and I've got it under Embroidery Designs, and everything here under here, see how it's indented in, is someone I've downloaded from. But I want to create a new file, so I'm going to click on Embroidery Designs, right click, and go new folder, and I'm going to call it down here, okay, is where I'm going to add the folder CAREYONTHESTITCHIN. There's no G on the end of that. Okay, hit enter. So now it's created the folder here. So when I downloaded, I would click this and download into that folder. If you haven't done that and you've just put it on your hard drive, let's go look. Okay, so here's the embroidery designs, and I'm going to scroll down because your zip files will be at the end. Well, let me preface that by saying you can organize this side of your file Explorer. So if you click on your main folder, go to View. I have mine under large icons. That's why these folders are so big. You can put it under that large icon. You can have medium icons, which you can't hardly see. You can have small icons, which are even smaller. You can do this. Whatever view you like. Here's a list where it just lists all of them on and on. Okay, I'm using my scroll button on my mouse to scroll back and forth. So I'm going to put it back on large because I like that. And I'm going to go down to, scroll down to where I know I downloaded my file. Okay, and I'm going to keep scrolling and keep scrolling. Okay, so let's scroll. Okay, so let's say this is the file you downloaded from Carry On the Stitching. So before you unzip it, you want to put it in that folder. So I'm going to scroll down, and there's Carry On the Stitching. So I'm going to move this folder over to Carry On the Stitching, and I'm going to click on that folder now. So I want to unzip this. I'm going to right click. I'm going to click Show More Options. I'm going to go to PeaZip, and this is what you want. If you right click and you just go right here, this is the PeaZip icon. I can show you. Let me minimize these. On your desktop, there's the PeaZip that loaded. Okay, I'm going to double click here and make this big again. So you don't want to open this. All this does is open this, and you could click here and you could see all the designs. Now you can, if you want, you can click, on the first design and scroll and scroll, and then click on the second design, and you can drag these over here. But there's really no need to do that when you can right click, Show More Options, go to PeaZip, extract in a smart folder. So it's going to create a folder because you might have several things that you download from Designs by Juju, Carry On the Stitching, Embroidery Library, whoever. Okay, and then I always move my zip file into the folder. Alright, so that's how you unzip. Now, I've got all these files in here that aren't the file format that I need to use. I'm using PES. And the reason you can see this is because I have software on my computer that lets me see my designs, PES designs. So let me just go over here and I'm going to click List. Alright, so you can also sort these lists so you can get rid of the files that you don't need. And I can't make that any bigger. Okay, so I'm going to right click, Group by Type. Type is the PES, DST, ART, HUS, yada, 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 yada. So I'm going to hit Type. Now what that does is it puts all of them together. Okay, here's my palette because I use palette 11. So I want to get rid of all these other files. I don't use them. So I'm going to click on the first one, hold my Shift key down, and I'm going to go over here. I don't want to delete the JPEG because that actually shows me the file, what it looks like. So I'm going to delete all of these. Okay, these are not file formats that I use. So I held down. Clicked on the first one, held down the Shift key, click on the last one, and hit delete. Okay, so now I have these VIPs. So I'm going to click on the first one, click on the last one, and then, I'm going to click on the first one, hold the Shift key down, click on the last one, right click, and delete. So that's another way to delete. Okay, you could have also just hit your delete button once you had everything highlighted. All right, so that's how you can organize, by setting up subfolders under embroidery designs, setting up the subfolders for your companies that you download designs from, whoever it is, and then when you download, you would download into that designer's folder. Okay, so you would always create the folder if you don't already have one. I used to do everything by type, you know, by angels, or by animals, or by breads, or sewing, or blah blah blah. And then I started doing it by designer. So I have a combination in here, and I just go through and look. You know, here's advanced embroidery, and I've got these. Oh, looky here, I have some files that haven't been unzipped. Okay, so watch. I can click on the first one, hold the shift key down on your keyboard, click on the last one. Now all these are highlighted. I right click, go to show more, go to PeaZip, and click smart, extract here, smart folder. So now it's going to create folders for each of these, okay? And I would click off, click this one and put it in its folder. This one goes in this folder. Free PES goes in this folder. All right, so I have this thing here that I don't use. I'm just going to delete it. So now I have my JPEGs and my PES designs. This is a different file for honeysuckles that I didn't create a folder for. So watch, right click, new folder, and I'm going to call it honeysuckle 1, HONEYSUCKLE 1. Okay, now I'm going to move this honeysuckle, and this honeysuckle into there. And oh, I didn't hold my shift key. Now I'm going to replace. Okay, so now I have a horseshoe, silver. I have this, which now that makes me wonder what I did with that folder. I mean, that file. It's not here. I have a free poppy. All right, so right click, new folder, poppy, P-O-P-P-Y, hit enter, and I'm going to take and move this poppy here and this poppy into the poppy folder. All right, so I have 3 JPEGs. Well, these 2 that don't have, let's see what this is. Oh, there's more unzipped. Oh my goodness, I got more to unzip. All right, so I have this horseshoe and this horseshoe. If this is the embroidery design, this is just the JPEG that probably has the thread design in it, what threads to use whenever you stitch. So I'm going to right click, new folder, horseshoe, and I'm going to select this, hold down the control. If I held down shift, it would highlight everything. If I clicked here, watch. I'm going to hold down the shift and click here. I don't need these 2. So I'm going to hold down, I'm going to select that, hold down my control button, select this, let go. Now I can drag this up here. So now I have got ear of the pig. So one more. New folder, year of the pig. All right, so I'm going to select this, hold down the control button, select this, hold down my mouse button and drag those files up there. And then one more is the silver, new folder, silver, what is that? Cut work. I'm just going to call it silver cut work. That way when you see those names on the files, you know what it is. So I click this, hold down the control button, click, and then let go of the control button and drag with your mouse. Alright, so now your advanced embroidery files are all organized, and you can click. I'm over here on this side now. I click here, I can see what's in that folder, and there's my horseshoe, and so I at some time put that in the wrong place. So I'm going to do, so this was the horseshoe. If I double click, yes, okay, so I'm just going to delete this one. Now first, before I do that, I'm going to drag this zip file right here to horseshoe, and I don't need these, so I'm going to delete it because I have it under horseshoe. Okay, so I deleted that folder. All right, there's the pig, or is that year of the pig? Okay, so I'm going to drag this zip file to year of the pig, and I can drag these to year of the pig, but year of the pig, there we go. All right, and then I can delete this. Delete. What is this one? Okay, so that is the honeysuckle. So I'm going to move this zip file to honeysuckle because I created a folder for it, and I can move these to honeysuckle, and I say yes, and then I can delete this file, this folder. All right, so now I click, I can see that. I can see the horseshoe here, the poppy, and the silver cut work, and those have to be, oh, I know what I did. I did this a long time ago. Okay, and you're the pig. All right, so now everything's organized. All right, I hope this helps you, shows you how to unzip, how to organize, blah, blah, blah. Now, one thing left. If you decide to download 7-zip, I'll show you. Here's 7-zip. Now here's the options you have to 7-zip. It doesn't create a new folder. So you would have to create a folder for that, and then put it inside the folder, and then unzip it. Okay, using 7-zip, if you use 7-zip. See, there is nothing here to create a new folder. Whereas PeaZip gives you these two options, a new folder, a new smart folder, and I honestly can't tell you the difference. Let's see here. If I just do, I'm going to unzip this here. If I do in new folder, it's going to create a folder here. And let's see, and it's just called free zip, and okay, it does the same thing basically. All right, so I don't need this here. So you can use either of those options when you go to PeaZip. You can use either of these options right here. All right, if you have any questions, post below, send me a message through Facebook Messenger, Carry on the Stitching group, or send me a message in Etsy, Carry on the Stitching. Remember, no G on the end of that. Alrighty. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if this was helpful at all. And like I said, if you have any questions, you've got 3 ways to get a hold of me. Thanks for watching. Bye.